guy. The one other guy I'm seeing get a lot of love is Baker Mayfield. Mostly because of that offensive line. It's pretty obvious that's the huge way he's gained this year. I'm a little nervous of the offensive scheme coming in being a little too run heavy to just not create that type of ceiling I truly want out of my quarterback, but he still is a no-brainer riser. What's your opinions on Baker Mayfield this year?
I'm kind of the thought that the Stefanski scheme was more Zimmer Kubiak directed than himself. I mean, just to be that run heavy, I wouldn't quite expect that again, because the strength of this team should be them passing. I mean, having Beckham, Jarvis, Hunt, Chubb, Hooper. I mean, they leaned on those 2 RB sets last year. I know now we got to see what Stefanski does, but they got the guys to do 2 RB sets. They got the guys to do 2 tight end sets and throw Njoku in there. I mean, they didn't even add a number 3 receiver other than re-signing Rashad Higgins. They drafted Donovan Peoples-Jones in the 6th round. So I think that indicates they're going to really play their strengths and do more, just only 2 wide receiver sets and use the rest of their players. And it's good because, hey, they finally fixed their offensive line. That was the one issue going to last year that we just knew was a bright red flag. And, Baker, I think we use too much hindsight. Like we act like we just knew Baker wasn't going to be all that last season because of the way it turned out. When in reality, I mean, this dude's splits with and without Freddie Kitchens as a rookie were astronomically better. Once Kitchens took over, he set the all-time rookie season passing touchdown record. I mean, we've seen him have a QB1 ceiling already. Last year was a disgrace, but you know what? We've seen quarterbacks have bad years and bounce back when they're early. So right now, Baker's not costing. I mean, I want to take a late-round dart on this guy because it's not costing much, and, his range of outcomes, I think, is a lot more similar to the guys like Breeze and Brady that are going 5-6 players above him than people think.
Yeah, the one thing I need to see with him is just physically, like, how does he look? Because it was pretty clear right from the start, like, he was pretty fat. I mean, like, obviously, who am I to sit here and say is I'm going to go shovel, like, 2 pizzas in my throat down later tonight. But still, it's like he just clearly had more dough on his face, and it looked like he just didn't take it seriously. I mean, he's saying all the right things so far this offseason, that he let himself slip and that he's, embarrassed and wants to get himself back to what he's always been. So if I see, like, a Baker that comes out, he looks lighter, he just looks like more of a football player than we ever saw last year, I'll be all about it again. I just need to see him look fully healthy before I go back. But you're right, like I think I had him at QB2 last year. Like, it's so easy to forget how high we were all on until you just look back at it. There is some really serious